Wellington Phoenix play low percentage football and show no signs of improvement. Analysis: it would be unfair to say that the Wellington Phoenix are in free fall, but things are showing no signs of improving at the beloved football club. The idea of a team being in free fall is that they were once soaring, only to have a fall from grace. That's far from the case for Wellington's Phoenix. So, what has gone wrong this season? Why are they so poor? We know they are leaky. Wellington are allowing 2.1 goals per game this season, or a goal every 42 minutes and 51 seconds of action. But it's the nature of some of the goals that is the biggest cause for concern. Only one of the 40 goals they have conceded has come from more than 20 yards, and that was a 35-yard free kick against Melbourne City early in the season. Since then, it's been diabolical. Wellington have allowed 27 goals from just 10 yards or fewer from goal. They have showed no way of stopping teams from marching upfield and passing into their box. This is highlighted by a number of goals in which the defense has held off, putting no pressure on the man with the ball. It all started in their first game of the season, as Ali Abbas lost the ball just inside his own half but got back behind the ball in what should have been good position. Instead, as Nikola Milesnik collected the ball on the wing and then turned towards goal, Abbas sat back inside the penalty area and didn't place any pressure on the winger. Abbas watched as Milesnik had time to pick his pass into the box and find the head of Johan Abzalanson. The same thing happened when Andrew Hull scored Central Coast Mariners' third in a 4-1 win at Westpac Stadium in November. Nobody pressured the man on the ball up the left flank. Daniel Mullen eventually halted his progress as he entered the box, but his fellow defenders seemed utterly clueless. In the following moments, Wellington formed a 7-man defensive line across the penalty spot, leaving 2 players just outside the area with about 7 yards of free space. Ben Strang, when the ball was squared for Hull, he had ample time to pick a spot and shoot the goal. It was a classy finish from the edge of the area, but you'd back any professional to do well given that much room to breathe. WHO is to blame? So are these issues about the defensive system, or individual blunders? Let's pretend for a moment that coach Daraj Kalizic has given his team clear and concise commands when they take the field. They all know what they are supposed to do. Going through every goal conceded, there are only 11 that you could suggest came through good football. The remaining 29 goals include individual errors, sometimes by more than one individual, which led to a goal. Of those 29 goals, individual errors were made by Scott Galloway, Daniel Mullen, Marco Rossi and Grant Paraki 4 times apiece, Ali Abbas, Matthew Ridenton, Andrew Durante and Tom Doyle 3 times each, and there are 2 genuine goalkeeping errors apiece for Luis Italiano and Keegan Smith. So if Kalizic wants to blame his players, they have been making individual errors which have cost the team. But make up your mind. Kalizic can't seem to decide on how he wants his team to play. Here's a quick rundown of what he's tried throughout the season. He's tried a high press. He's tried to defend deep, he's tried a back 4, he's tried a back 5, he's tried one holding midfielder, he's tried 2 holding midfielders, he's tried counter-attacking football, he's tried possession football. Over the past couple of games, it appears everything has gone out the window. It's not even clear what he is trying to achieve anymore. With so many systems and setups, it's understandable that the players would struggle to adjust from game to game. The best defensive sides have consistency in playing personnel and of their playing system. You can't say that of the Phoenix. Roy Krishna is the beating heart of the Wellington Phoenix going forward. In the 13 games he has played this season, Wellington have scored 20 goals. He's scored 4 of them, assisted on 5 and been directly involved in a further 3. Krishna helps to contribute nearly a goal a game to the Wellington Phoenix. He is their best player, then daylight. More than half of the Phoenix's goals have involved the superb Fijian. During the 6 games Krishna has missed this season, Wellington have combined for 2 goals. They are nothing without him. The Wellington Phoenix have scored 10 goals from headers this season, a whopping 45% of their goals. That is simply unsustainable. Yes, the Phoenix may have a number of good, physical players who are good at winning an aerial duel. Krishna hasn't scored a single-headed goal. For the rest of the squad, 10 of 18 have been off the head. Scoring from the head is a low percentage option. A ball to feet in the box is the best option, and long-range strikes are about as likely as headers. It'd be like an NBA team trying to score every second bucket with an alley-oop from half-court. There's a reason the Harlem Globetrotters are an exhibition team. Oh, and if this coach was meant to bring Dutch passing football to the A-League and Wellington, it hasn't happened. The Phoenix have scored 14 of their 22 goals from long balls and crosses this season, for 64 of their output. Wellington have completed a league-low 6,921 passes this season. To compare, Sydney FC have completed 9,875 passes this year. What makes things worse is the passing accuracy, of which Wellington are also worst. Just 73% of their passes have been on target this season, joins worst with the Newcastle Jets. These numbers are almost understandable given their reliance on the long ball. Maybe the playing personnel aren't capable of better, but it's hard to tell when they haven't been given the chance.